Greetings. Today I wanted to ask you a very important question. What you thinking about? It seems like such a silly question. We ask it all the time. And how often do we really pay attention to our thoughts and what it is we're thinking about? What is it we're obsessing about the most? Because that ultimately is going to lead to what we're experiencing in our lives. Anita Moorjani is a perfect example of that. She wrote Dying to Be Me and experienced stage 4 cancer, ended up going into a coma and experienced some very profound insights that she learned on the other side. One of the most important things she learned is that she had actually created her cancer with her own fears. She had watched a best friend and her brother-in-law die from cancer and was scared to death of it. So she was doing all kinds of research and trying to figure out how it was that they got it so that she could do her best to avoid it, because that was the last thing that she wanted. But in obsessing and thinking about it so much, she didn't realize that she was actually inviting it and bringing that into her life. I have a friend who, she always thought that the worst thing that could ever happen to her was to get cancer on her nose. She didn't want anything to defile or damage her beautiful nose. And guess what? She ended up getting cancer on her nose. And I don't think that was coincidence. I think the more we obsess and worry about things, the more we tend to bring these things into our lives. But on the other side of that, the more positive things we think about, the more grateful we are because of all the money that we have, and we're willing to spend it because we know that more is always coming into us, the more money will come flowing into our lives. The more grateful we are that we have these healthy, wonderful bodies, that we're so strong and powerful, the more we bring and invite that into our lives. And our beliefs really matter. The more fervently we believe that, yeah, the doctor says I've got MS, but it's not stopping me. I don't even know if I really have it, because look, I'm doing amazing. The more we think like that, the more our experience completely changes. Myrtle Fillmore, who was one of the founders of Silent Unity, back in the 1800s, she was experiencing tuberculosis and malaria. And she's coughing up blood every day and had, just horrible ailments, running fevers all the time. But she had heard this outlandish statement that God wants the best for all of us. God doesn't desire for us to be ill and sick and diseased. And she took it to heart. She decided to really believe that, to align her thoughts with that idea that she was meant to be physically well and physically whole. And within 2 years, her illness there was no sign of her illness at all. All of her symptoms were gone. That is the power of our belief. And even going a little step further, there was a surgeon, an orthopedic surgeon, who did surgery, supposedly surgery, on 10 former military men who had poor knees and needed some surgery. He did arthroscopic procedures on 2 of them. On 3 of them, he opened up and rinsed them, but didn't perform any real scraping. On 5 of them, he didn't even do any surgery at all. Nothing. After 2 years, all 10 of the men reported that the surgery on their knees was a success. That's how much stock we put in, and especially conventional medicine. The more we believe it, the more it will work for us. The more we believe in Ayurvedic medicine or Eastern traditional Chinese medicine, the stronger our belief in the more it's going to work for us, which is kind of a cool thing. because it really comes down to it's all within us. We are powerful beings with powerful minds. We just have to learn how to accept and let our minds and imaginations flow in a direction that we desire. So anyway, I'd love to challenge you to do more of that. And on another note, I really do want to start getting little groups together and putting that out there. I'd like to start holding maybe weekly meetings where some of us can meet together online on Zoom and maybe perform different experiments, work on different manifestations. If there are some of you that would be interested in something like that, let me know. I would love to hear from you. You can always just kind of add to the link below, or write me on the website. Whatever your thoughts are, I would love to hear from you. Thinking maybe it would be like on a Saturday, maybe between 9 and 10, something like that. But if you have thoughts about that too, date and times that might be best, I'd love to hear your suggestions and ideas. Anyway, thank you and be well. I hope your day is amazing. Take care. Bye-bye.